Hey everybody, so for a lack of, well, I wouldn't say for a lack of a better idea, but because I've been busier doing this than I have been actually making things, I thought I would share some of my progress that I've made with my craft room organization. So let's get into it. Not a lot has changed except, I'm sure you'll notice, there's no bins. There's no bins. Well, there's two. I lied. There's some bins. But I've gotten those out of here like I wanted. So now, when I'm not working on all this crap, I have a nice big open floor. And you can see where I dragged a piece of furniture. Oh well. And it's really actually not that bad in here. I just vacuumed like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. But the carpet is kind of stained. What that's what happens in a craft room, right? So, where should we start? I guess let's start with the most exciting part, which is the table or countertop, whatever. Look at this. I have this. Well, first of all, I'm in the center where I want to be, right? And then I got this awesome light. Check this out. So this can go like that. I think it goes all the way back too. Oh yeah. But I found the best part is like this because you can see. And what's nice is I put the camera right up here and you don't even see them. I might still have to do a little more moving around with that just because my phone wants to like lean, like it'll sit here and then it'll just kind of like, because of where the buttons are. If I put it too far, it'll press the power button and shut it off on me. So that's something I'm gonna have to work with. Maybe I'll stick like a little thing in there to, I don't know. I'll figure something out though. But yeah, so let's see. Nothing much has really changed over here. It's just these were over here along with this, which I'll get to that in a minute. But let's see. Let's work from here over. And I'm also just kind of winging it, so bear with me here. Plus, it's been a long day. I worked, and then I left work, and there was 2 feet of snow on my freaking car. And then it took me double the time to get home. So, fun stuff. Okay, so the stuff at the top hasn't changed too much, except you'll notice there's some stuff missing. No, I didn't actually use it. I just packed it away. But I did take note of everything that I had, and I put it in the Color My Life app so that I know I have it and will eventually, hopefully, use it. And then these, well, not these, but these clear containers with the blue lids were previously, I don't want to go too fast here. Over here, well, there's still some, but we'll get to that. We'll get to what's going on over there. So yeah, some of them were labeled, some of them weren't. That I don't know if I'm going to label it, because now I can kind of see what's in them, where when they were down by the floor, I couldn't really see what's in them. So, I don't think Walmart sells these containers anymore, which is a bummer, because they work so well for that. They didn't really work that well for food, because they don't, like, seal, they just kind of snap on. But yeah, you can kind of see what's in everything, and, okay, so I don't think I've shared these with you guys yet. These are from Michaels. They are in the baking section, by the Celebrate It, oh my god, Celebrate It brand. So these are meant to be, I think, for like sprinkles. They have the solid opening, and then, I'm at a loss for words right now, I'm sorry. But yeah, and one of them was actually backwards, and I found out if you're careful, you could pop this off, just this piece, and flip it around the other way and pop it back on. So those work really nicely for these. You can put, well, this was a whole pack, but some of them are smaller packs depending on where you get them from, and you can put multiples in one. Like this, for example. I could probably fit 3 of them in there, but I don't need that many. But yeah, so I have 4 sets of those, and they, honestly, they're only $9.99, which isn't that bad in the first place. But if you have a coupon, use your coupon and get, you know, 20-30% off, whatever, even 15. It's better than nothing. Let's see. These I just bought on Amazon. I think I might have shown at least the gold ones in a video. This I also got from Michaels. I had ordered this online thinking it was bigger, but it's smaller. But it's okay because this works for the smaller packs. Like, maybe those could have fit in there, but I wasn't trying to push it. So these are the packs from the Dollar Tree where they come in like multiple colored packs. Let's see. These were from a Simon Says Stamp kit, and they fit in there. Okay, this is hard because I'm trying to do it from the view of the camera because I can't see it in front of me. These I got from Temu to use for a shaker, and they fit in there. But yeah, I like having something, and I didn't spend a fortune on them, and I can get as many, or is that on? I didn't hear it snap, I guess. You know, you don't have to have a whole case. Like, I like how they fit up there nice and easy, right? So let's put this stuff back. I don't want to leave a mess here more than I already have. Let's see. This is actually one of the like 6x6 scrapbook paper cases. So I had gotten, I think I got these from Hobby Lobby. It was a whole set, and I wanted to use them for a shaker fill, which obviously I haven't really used much, if anything, yet. My grandma gave me a whole bunch of like small beads and stuff that she was storing in old pill containers that can be used for shakers, which why not? Just all kinds of different beads. Let's see. I am going to link my previous craft room video to this as well. So, like, I've already been through this. I'm not going to go through that again. I think I went through this in my last one. I'm pretty sure, but I added some suckers from the kits because I don't always have it right away. I like to save them sometimes. Let's see. I have just a bunch of glitter in that basket down there. My Ryobi batteries. In case I didn't, because I can't remember, this is my little embossing powder container. I got these. I haven't tried them yet, but I feel like these would be a really good use for stencils, right? There's 3 different sizes in here, and they're like $10. I have some clothespins in here for when I want to hold the paper, because, I don't know, these are okay. They're really hard to hold. Because, like, to make them easy, you'd have to hold it up here, but then you're going to burn your hand. And if you hold them back here, it's, like, straining my hand to hold that down. And then you're, like, bending your paper. And then, yeah, I just have my embossing powders in here. So, ideally, what I would like to do eventually someday is get, I'll fix that in a minute. I want to get a drawer version of this, but I don't want Michaels because their small drawers don't have these. It's just the wooden drawer that goes in and out of the slot. I don't like that. I think that's very cheap of them for how much they charge for that. Is it the Alex drawers from IKEA someday? Watch for a sale. I don't know. I know they were on sale. I don't know if they still are, but I don't have the money for them right now. My biggest thing this year is to not impulse buy. I think I said that in the last video, but that is my big thing. So it's like, I have to remind myself what I have right now works for the moment. I don't have a ton of embossing powder, so it's not the end of the world, right? If it stays in this container, I don't plan on getting a huge collection, and I don't know what all else I would put in those drawers, so it's really not that big of a deal if I don't have them right away, right? So unless they magically go down to like $50, I'm not gonna buy them. I moved these here and I would like to raise them up. So, I mean, like, for the most part, you can get in here, but I can't pull this one out. So I'd like to put something underneath that will fit in here, maybe. And then I just stuck my Cricut Joy mat and a stencil mat right here, just so it's nice and easy to grab. My small cutter, again, easy to grab. This that I've been using to collect my little thingies. What else? I found, this is my ideas for my craft roulette card this week that I haven't done yet. I don't know where it is, but, well, I mean, I guess that's a good thing, right? I accidentally cut through here somewhere, and I found it when I was moving it. So I'm probably gonna end up getting another one, and I would like to get a bigger one, actually, so that the whole screen for you guys when you're watching my videos is just the gray background instead of the gray and part of the countertop, because it is really hard to try to get the camera to line up with it. Let's see. So this I actually used to have on my desk, and I got it from Amazon a long time ago, but I was looking for something to try to keep all of this stuff in, because I wanted it right here, easy to grab, and this stuff, actually I didn't test the camera with those there, so I don't know, I'll have to see if I should be able to get it so that it doesn't show up, but, so there's 3 sections in the front, and my nice big block fits in there. And this was actually all the way down here when I was working over here. So I would keep having to go back and forth and back and forth. And that was getting really annoying. So I've got this, and it kind of hangs, but it fits there. I have some pencils, and I didn't want them to like draw on the bottom of it, because I like my stuff to stay nice. So I stuck them that side up. Little Amazon notebook from when I worked there. That's just the stuff for the sticky mat that's in here. So yeah, it's not really a MISTI. I have this though. I bought that separate, obviously. Let's see. I have my little scoring board in here. My embossing thing. I think these I was just using for shims. It looks like there's a couple in here. And then I just have my platform, and then I got these. This was a 4-pack for like 20 bucks on Amazon, and they work amazing. And it's like, what, $18.99 on sale on scrapbook.com for theirs, for 2 of them, and I got 4 of these, and they, I don't know where the other 2 are actually, but, came in 4 different colors, but I liked these colors, so I started with them, of course. But, I didn't throw out the ones from scrapbook.com yet. There's something down here that's preventing me. Oh. More cardstock. Okay. And more cardstock. Okay. Maybe that's not a good spot for them. I'll just pull them out. I'll do something. Actually, they can go... I can pick them back up. They can go right here, because I can see them. And I can still tell that that stuff's behind it. And we'll put those right back there. The only thing is, well, I guess that does kind of fit. But I tend to grab mostly for this stuff, so that's why I stuck that to the side. I don't think I've even run an embossing folder through. No, that's a lie. I did once, and it didn't turn out very good, because I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, that's that. This thing I got, well, it's actually kind of dark over here without this lamp on. This is what used to light up my workspace. Which was kind of a pain sometimes because having the light coming from the side instead of above, like I would find myself like being all the way over here trying to get light on what I was doing. But so yeah, I bought this. I love it. It fits so much stuff. The first one I had bought, and I think in the same order as the little embellishment thing. And all of these things were like broken out. As soon as I opened the package, they all just fell, and I was like, oh. So I had to take it back to the store and get a new one. But it's great because like you have these little hooks, so I hung these here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I think they were half off. I have my little tape measure hanging here. I have a paper clip that I use to unclog my glue. These are like some partially made cards that I have with like some stuff I thought would be cool, and then just blank card bases, a couple pairs of scissors. Let's go. These are just like, I don't know where this came from, but it's Niagara Falls because I don't live too far from there. But it's really pretty, and I thought that would be neat to use in something. My car insurance company sent this stuff. I think this is supposed to be a bookmark, but honestly, wouldn't it be cool to just like cut some off and use it on a card? Same with this. And this would actually technically is a card, I think. Whoops. Come on. Oh yeah, it was for Thanksgiving. But yeah, I thought that would be cool to use. Just some free artwork that most people probably just throw in the garbage. But for lack of a better place, I just kind of stuck them in there for now. And then I just have some like adhesive dots and squares. And then I've got my piercing ones. And then this thing, I actually just learned something about this that I didn't know. And I forget where I found out about it. But did you know that this comes out? Because I sure didn't. And you can flip it around and then it's sharper. And if I had known that, I may have actually used it before I bought the other stuff. Yeah. Oh, I did it. I didn't think I was going to be able to. Okay. Alright, we're throwing things now. I don't care for this that much, though. It doesn't work as well, I don't think, as the wax on this. Let's see. So I have some envelopes. I don't know why this is here. I think this is a different cardstock, and I don't know what it is anymore. So that's helpful, right? These are just pieces I've cut as panels, or just pieces like this I remember was cut wrong, so I figure I can cut a smaller panel or like strips or something out of it. A box cutter. I have this blade, which is pretty cool. It's nice for cutting thick stuff. I have my little X-Acto knife here. My glue's in the center, and actually I cheated with this, so it was really deep. Like, this went all the way down. And I was like, well, I don't want them that low, but that works really well for the three of the glues I use the most. So I just cut up some foam, I think from the Dollar Tree, and stuck it in the bottom. I didn't glue it or anything. It's just literally sitting there. And it works great. And I made sure, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I flipped it over so that the side I cut isn't face up. So it's not bringing out like little pieces of foam. This is just A2 size papers. These are from Michaels and or Hobby Lobby, and then the colored ones are from Simon Says Stamp. This is just other cardstock. Some of them have stuff cut out of them and some of them don't. That tape. These are those snips I use for my fake flower stems so I don't wreck my good scissors again. Can't close it. And then I got these also from Michaels. These are the We Are Memory Keepers. I cannot remember the name of them, but they're $10. And they have that spring. They're really nice for fussy cutting, which I have been doing a little of. I'm not the best at it, but I can only hope to be better as I go. And then in the drawers, I have an extra roll that didn't fit in that thing, so I stuck it in here. I have these little quilling pens, or whatever you want to call them, for making fake flowers. And then I think this is the accessories that came with my Barely Art glue. I didn't want to lose them, so I just put them right in there. Let's see. Let's go backwards through this. I have my small scissors, and then this, I don't remember what this came with, but it's there. This drawer just has some little clips, little finger protectors. I believe they're all from the Dollar Tree. And then I have these little triangles and my broken piece of my little cutter, because I was kind of hoping maybe I could glue it back on, but probably not. So I should probably just throw it out. And back to that. Alright, let's work our way up this guy. Not much has changed over here. I believe I had this here before. These just moved from over here to here. Some of this stuff did too. That's just my hot foil stuff, which I still haven't gotten into yet. And I do plan on it because I just finally got my Spellbinders order from I almost said Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve. Because we had a snowstorm and everything, so it got more delayed than it already was. And I got some Better Press stuff, which I do not have a Better Press, but I heard that you can hot foil with Better Press plates. So I would like to try that and see how that works. Let's see. These are the same. That's just obviously tape. Oh yeah, I got this for my washi. I got that from Hobby Lobby for I think like $4 or $5. You can put multiple rolls across. And then I just have some more of these containers, and I left all my spray paints up there. Oh yeah, my silent clock. No ticking. Isn't it wonderful? I love it. Let's see. I moved my alcohol markers over here, put this here, and then I don't plan on leaving this like this forever. But for now, I stuck these under here so that I can actually open this. And, oh, last night I was able to lift. There we go. I can actually pull this out of here. Where, when it was down here, obviously, it would just hit here. And I could barely get the markers out. So that's that. And then I created this. Well, I didn't really create, but, like, I got this little caddy from the Dollar Tree over the summer. And I just been putting my scraps in it, like little scraps. Oh yeah, and I have another scrap thing to show you. So this is just like cut pieces, basically cut pieces of whatever that like I don't want to get screwed up. So now that I have more space, I just kind of stuck it to the side. And then check this out. I had an idea. Oh, there's stuff on here. Oh no, it comes off. It's fine. Excuse me. So I have been putting tons of stuff into the Color My Life app and repackaging things into clear sleeves rather than leaving it in the original packaging. So these are from Hot Foil Plates packaging. Doesn't it just look like a card panel? I just literally cut off the Spellbinder's name and all the info around it, and it's literally, see? It's literally a card panel. It's kind of big, but, you know. And this one has some adhesive stuck to the back of it, so I've been trying not to put that one on the top. But, I mean, literally, you could fussy cut around that and use it, or leave it just as it is and do something around it, or honestly just do a card with just that on the front. Same with this. You could take dies and do happy birthday right across, and like it's already done. Can you tell I've really been into cards? But yeah, so that's all of that. A little has changed down here, but not too much. It's just I moved my sublimation blanks to this, and I have used some. I made Christmas gifts with some. I want to be careful with this because I already dumped some out of here. But this is all the plasticware that was up there. And I packaged all the glass carefully into a box. I moved these here because it just made more sense to have them close to me. I got rid of a bunch of the extra pegboard that I had. What was all of this? Oh, I know what that is. This old Christmas stuff that I found that I need to go through. Here's my glimmer machine still in the box. I did open it and make sure that it will run through my die cutting machine, and it will. So that's good. I probably should have at least turned it on and made sure it works, because now I'm past the return window, but oh well. So yeah, not much has changed there. I'm pretty sure nothing has changed over there. I have not touched those bins. I should utilize them for something, but I haven't thought of anything. I did show you this cart. Nothing's really changed except I've gone through this stuff and kind of like rearranged a little bit, but yeah, like all that's the same. This is pretty much the same. I just threw this in here because someone said you can use this to scrub your dies. It's just a little grill scrubby from the Dollar Tree. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't say how well it works. I think in here there's just less than there was. That's just the other stuff for my die cutting machine. Yes, this stuff. Okay, so don't mind these. It's from a ornament container. And don't mind that. I don't remember what I was saving that for. Probably nothing. I got these from scrapbook.com. And let me tell you, I was expecting them to be plastic. This is literally just fancy cardboard. So I was a little disappointed when I opened them and found that out. Because in the pictures, it looks like a plastic container. And it's not. But they are kind of useful. I don't think they're worth the money. I was also kind of expecting them to be a little bit bigger. But, so you have the 4 sections and then 2 sections. My brother asked me to make him another DoorDash sticker for his car. But yeah, so I just kind of sorted stuff out. Like, this is glitter, HTV. This is permanent. I just kind of separated things. Like, I can figure out what it is by looking. Eventually, I'll probably actually label them. But, like, look at this. This is not from me. This is straight out of the package, and it looks like that. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, you can. Isn't that gross? And it feels grimy. Like, I don't know. And they were, like, sealed in plastic. Like, I almost considered trying to send them back, but I was like, they're probably gonna make me pay for shipping. And by the time all said and done, it won't be worth my time and effort. So I'm like, they do kind of work because you can see everything. But my recommendation would be try to find something else. Because, like, if these were to get wet somehow, they're ruined. Or like, say you got, like, you spilled paint or something. That's not coming off of that without destroying it. Whereas if you got it on a plastic container, like these, you just scrub it off and it's fine. Or you can leave it, whatever. But anyway, so yeah, I don't think anything else has changed on that. That's just still some finished projects, some half-finished projects. let's go over here, I guess. Let's see. This is an acrylic hanging file container that with a little thing inside of it that I found at the Dollar Tree that I thought was cute, but I want to change the background because it's literally just a picture frame. But anyway, this I want to make into a hanging file scrap bin of like big pieces, because obviously I can't put big stuff in that because they're not big enough. But like this will be good, and I will totally film that when I decide to do it. This is for my gluten-free flour. I just need to relabel it because I got a different brand and it said the old brand, so I don't want to confuse them and mix something up, because gluten-free stuff is a pain in the butt. Alright, here's the fun part. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned these little these little boxes in one of my previous videos. I got them from Walmart. Obviously, it says Mainstays. That's one of their brands. And they fit stamps very well. So I've just been sorting everything, and let's see, I'm running out of magnet sheets. So I'm just putting a magnet sheet. They are adhesive, but I mean, some of them could work to stick them on to the back, but I don't know. They work fine to just sit there too. But yeah, so I've just been putting stuff into these things. You can get them Amazon, Simon's a Stamp, pretty much any place that sells craft supplies. I don't know about Walmart. I can't tell you that. I didn't look there. And then like some of them come with stuff, like this set came with this pouch, which is nice, but okay, this is hard with one hand. Oh, I didn't even put see, some of them it's not worth using a whole magnetic sheet for, because there's only 2 dies in that. But like, so I've sorted these sort of, like this is sentiments. This is like, I've got all my Dollar Tree stamps in here. I would like to ideally separate all the Dollar Tree stamps just before I try them, because I don't think I've actually used any yet. No, that's a lie. I used some of the letters. But, this is all just like images and stuff like that. And then, of course, all the Dollar Tree ones I kept together for the moment. This is all my Christmas stuff, which is pretty full already. But yeah, same idea. It's all the same. For now, I put my small stamp pads. Yep. Scrap paper pads. Oh my god. I can't even say anything here. I put a whole pack in here because that's the one that was coming apart. So I just tore it apart and put it in. This is a 5x7 little container technically for pictures, but yeah, I just put all that stuff in there. Oh, that's from a shadow box that I did for my dad for Christmas, and I was gonna film it, but it was literally just a pack that I bought from Michael's, and you literally just trace the pattern onto paper and cut it with an X-Acto knife, so I don't really think it was worth making a video out of. So I had a little room on the side for some extra containers, so I put those there, and those on the bottom, and then, so I was like, oh, I need more of these boxes, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have these, I can't reach, from Joann's up in the attic, so I brought these down. I was like, oh, look at that, they work. So I'm probably gonna get some more of these eventually, and switch everything over to these instead, because, you know, they look nicer. But I do have these for the time being, so there's really no rush as long as they don't sell out of these. But this is a new brand. I don't think it's going anywhere. I cannot remember the brand off the top of my head. I want to say it might be like Crafter Stash or something like that. I have no idea. But, oh, okay. I have no nails because I cut them down. Alright, back up there. And then eventually, once I know exactly what I'm doing with this, I'm probably going to label these. Just because it'll be easier than looking at everything every time. I can just label it. I don't know. I like to label things. Let's see. This is embossing folders. Okay. So this is like all different size embossing folders. And then I got this brayer. Specifically, I have a brayer already, but that's like to use for my Cricut stuff. I got this one because I saw Jennifer McGuire take ink and roll it onto her embossing folders. Now I figured if I'm using ink, I don't want to mix that with my Cricut materials. So I got this one separate. And I didn't even pay for this because I had $10 in vouchers to Michael's. I got this and one other thing. And my total came to like less than $9. So I didn't have to pay a thing. Which was awesome. And, you know, one thing I am bummed about the Spellbinders advent calendar, you get all these little things. They don't have names. So when I went to categorize them in my Color My Life app, I don't have names for them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to just make something up or just not put them in there. Oh, I don't know, because, like, Simon Says Stamp has all of their stuff available to purchase, whereas this stuff, as far as I know, was only available through the advent calendar. So, I don't know, whatever, just fall then. I don't care. Let's see. And then this is all just like adhesive stuff, stickers and adhesive transfers and stuff like that, rub-ons, and peel and stick mirrors. And then these, I got the, oh wow, I'm not even pointing at it. I got the big box from Simon Says Stamp that was supposed to help support Huntington's. Did I say that right? Huntington's disease. I got that big box of that, and so I have like random stuff from that that's kind of mixed in. Some of it was stuff that I don't think I'm going to use, so I just listed it up on Mercari, and I figure I'll sell it for whatever it sells. If I don't get the full amount, I don't really care because it went for a good cause, and I got a ton of stuff. For now, I just have, this is all my stencils. I'm not really sure what I want to do with all these yet. I'm kind of thinking maybe a binder. And, like, I've seen pockets where they're all different sizes for different types of embellishments and stuff. So maybe that would help with this. But for now, I'm just going to keep them in here because it works. And unfortunately, it just has to sit there because it's too tall to fit in here. But yeah, that's it for that stuff. Let's see. Oh, God. I can't get off the floor. Oh yeah, my desk. So, in the last video, I was talking about doing this, right? I had my monitors over here, and I couldn't stand it because I had no space. And now look at all the space I have aside from my mess, because I'm still going through things. But yeah, that's really about all that changed. I just kind of flipped everything. And to use the scanner on this, I have to pull the whole thing out. But I don't really use it that often, so it works. Because I was going to set that one next to it, but I'm like, that's just such a waste of space. I mean, I guess really you could put that on top of there, but in all honesty, I can't stand those. See how it's, like, any weight just makes them collapse. So if you see them at the Dollar Tree, don't bother. And it sucks because they look really cool, but, you know. Let's see. But yeah, that's about it. I got a wireless set of a keyboard and mouse for like $17 at Walmart around back to school time. Yeah, that's about it for that. Nothing has really changed over here. And I have a mess on the floor. What else is new? I think I kind of showed this when I used that in that one video, but you like my storage on top of it? God, I'm such a mess right now. But I got these. Get this. I got the two of these from Amazon for $40. I don't remember the brand. It was some no-name brand, but they were pretty easy to put together. They're very sturdy. I cannot remember. I want to say it holds 60 altogether, because I have my whole Concord and 9th collection, and then I have some Altenew that I got from a mystery box from them, and then my, my one Tailored Expressions pad and my Versamark. Yeah, you can see I got my 12x12 scoreboard here that I got for Christmas. This thing's cool. Just try not to trip myself here. This thing's huge. And I was thinking about just getting the general size one, and I'm like, well, I do have all kinds of scrapbook paper, so it would be nice if I could use this on big pieces. And then check this out. Let's not throw it on the floor and break it. Look at this. This stuff just slides right in the bottom. I didn't even know that this was like this when I asked for it. I was just like, oh, 12x12, cool. There it goes. And it shows you how to make an envelope, and it has sizes on here. I'm gonna actually check these before I believe it this time, unlike the one for, oh. I wonder, maybe that's what I read wrong on my other one. Maybe it's not instructions for card sizes. Maybe it's, instructions for gift boxes and envelopes on the other little, scoreboard. Jeez. I gotta go to bed. Hello? There we go. Okay, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. I haven't tried it yet. And then I'm thinking I'm probably gonna keep this, or maybe, I don't know, cut it down or something. But it shows you all the different ways you do stuff. So I'm thinking that it's a good idea to keep that. Well, that's just the rest of the packaging that I could probably just throw out. Which, I don't have a garbage bag. Okay, cool. Let's see. All that glass I packaged up and put in here. Oh yeah. So, I got, these are for my car. They go on the back of my second row seats. And it's been too cold to make me want to go out and put them on. Don't mind my cake carrier here. I'm supposed to try to fix it. There's a cracked piece. It's inside of here, but it got cracked. Oh. That digs right into that. That could be a problem. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to glue it back together, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I got this box from work. I just cut the topper off, and it works for paper. It had, like, heavy-duty electronic pieces in it. So I was like, it should be strong enough to hold paper, and it seems to be so far so good. I am going to move this, though, down here, just because maybe it's just the way it is. But, yeah, I was like, that works good. I've got my 4 card kits that I've gotten from Simon Says Stamp so far, and those I don't know if I'm going to keep them in that forever, but at least for now, I'm going to keep the kits together. I got this thing from Michaels. And, so I got the main thing. I forget how many. I think it comes with, I don't know, honestly. I'm not even going to guess because I don't know for sure. Also, can you see all the snow outside? That's a lot of snow. Yeah, it's been snowing a lot here. So, anyway, I got the base thing with however many shelves it comes with for less than $50. And usually, like, full price, I believe they're, like, upwards of $119 now, which is ridiculous because that's how much I bought these for originally. But anyway, so when they had that huge, like, store-wide up to 75% off sale, I bought this, and then I got two more sets of shelves to fill the whole thing up. And I believe for the whole thing, I paid less than what this thing cost. On sale, normally. I believe, like, most of the time you can get it for, like, $69.99. And I paid less than that for all of it, which is amazing. And the only defect I have is just this one piece. And I can live with that. Which I could probably put it towards the bottom, but I don't really care that much. And, like, I don't know. I don't even have enough paper to fill it, but that's okay. I would rather it be open than stuffed. Let's see. This is my giant... Well, this is the box for my heat press, and I just lifted these up and taped all the way around, and I've been keeping stuff I don't use all the time in here, because I don't use this box all the time, but this is my spray box. That's my splat box for the smaller things. And then I just have, that's for my laptop, and then, this one thing here is for my black cart, which I might just get rid of. I don't use it. And then I have two, like, kitchen racks that you're supposed to use for, like, your dishes, but I use them for drying stuff. And then my spray adhesive. But I just use that, and it just kind of moves around the room out of my way. I think I've shown this before. And then these as well. But I just went through, and what's cool is, and I'm not at all promoting Color My Life because they've asked me to or anything like that. This is just because I personally like it. I'm sorry, I keep hiccuping. It is amazing. I mean, it definitely still can use improvement, especially with the password. So I lost my password, and the only way I can access my account is through my phone. And if I get signed out, I'm SOL because I don't know what my password is. I swear to God, I saved it in my Google passwords, and it is not there. And I went to their website to try to change it on the computer, and it doesn't send me the link to do it, no matter how many times I sent it to myself. And through the app, you have to know your current password to change your password. So, yeah, that needs some fixing. Because I would just change my password. But I can't. So let's just hope I don't get locked out, or I'll be contacting them. But anyway, what I was getting at is, so I have all of these categorized. You can say that each individual thing is in, for example, Christmas Dies 1. So, like, here, let me just open one and show you what I did. They're all basically the same thing here. I just my foot just cramped up. So I took, what is it? Like, 8.5 by 11, well, not this one specifically, but I take an 8.5 by 11 magnetic sheet and fit it as far as it'll go, and then I cut another one to fit the rest of it, so that it fills the whole thing for the most part. I'm not worried about getting it straight to every edge. And then I just put as many dies as I can on it. And yes, I goofed and I bought the same set twice because I bought this from Temu, really cheap, and I didn't realize that when I don't know which one I bought first, to be honest, but I bought this one from Spellbinders, so I guess when I do my hot foil, I will compare the two and see how they differ. But anyway, so basically, like, if you look up any of these, they will tell you that they're located here, or I can go into the filters and select just this, and it'll show me what all is in this, which I think is pretty awesome. And let me tell you, it took me a while, quite a while. I wish I had the app when I started buying all this stuff. I really wish I had started putting the stuff in it as I got it, because let me tell you, it is more of a pain going through everything you've already had and gotten rid of the packaging for, and having to go back to your accounts and look up your orders and figure out what everything is called and who made it and whatever. But it's getting there. It's not done, but it's getting there. Let's see. Well, this is more of these. I had gotten some of these to begin with, and I ran out. My dad got me more for Christmas. Oh, sorry, they're not 8.5 by 11, they're 8 by 10. But, so these are what I got. They don't have to be this brand. As long as they have good reviews, they should be fine. I just go for whatever I can find cheapest. And then I get the 5x7s are, I think, what I've been using in my pockets with the stamps. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I did in here that I want to show. I think that's it. But yeah, I've been sitting on this for a while, and like I said, I've been working a lot on this stuff this weekend. So I've been working a lot on this stuff this weekend, so I thought I would just share some progress, because I've done a lot of different things, and I was really excited about that clock. I love it. I love not hearing a tick behind me. I think that's about it. So, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do for next week. Honestly, every weekend I do something and I film it, and then I edit it and I put it up by Tuesday or Wednesday. That's probably about when I'll be uploading. If you are like looking for when my videos will be up, because I did say I'd be doing weekly. I don't know. I'm tired. I hope I was able to provide you with some inspiration today. Please leave a like or comment if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and check out my channel for more of the crafts I've made, and I'll see you in the next one.